Good, good. So, TZ, without going into so much details, give me an overview of the kind of losses you experience. Just an idea of the losses you experience, and then we can be able to, be on the same playing field.
Okay. Like my most painful one. Well, it's been a while, over a while.
Mm,
Got that trying to flip the house and let the person put a like kind of like a what are we on a down payment, like put in escrow and everything, and they
hmm
filed bankruptcy. That was the biggest loss. That was the
mm.
big that changed the tide for me for a while. I didn't because it took a lot. It took over 100 some thousand at the time, so
Wow,
that
wow.
cut me like a knife.
I get you.
Uh,
I understand.
yeah. So uh, so I started dipping down, kind of like bird dogging to
Mm,
get hooking up sellers and buyers.
Okay.
It like it's gonna start out for a word. People get for a while pretty like gonna get pretty good, but people get dirty.
Mm,
Try to go around you. It's too much. So I'm trying to
understood.
get yeah. I just trying to figure out a way to lock it down myself, and I ain't got to do all that.
Understood. Understood. Yes. Like I said before, today we're going to reverse all of those losses. What you're going to see today will change the game totally for you. Plus, we understand the pain points you've been, and that's why we said there's a need for a change because you're not the only one. You're not the only one going through this. A lot of investors are going through this. So yeah. So let me take now. Let me listen to Bella. Bella, thanks for joining. How are you? Can you unmute your mic, please?
Thank you.
You most welcome. Where are you tuning in from, Bella?
New York.
New York. So let me ask you this, Bella. Are you brand new to real estate, or are you someone who have experience? You understand the terminologies of real estate, and or you may have closed one deal before in the past. Where are you in that circle?
I'm actually brand new.
You are brand new. Okay, so you are the fortunate ones. When I see those who are brand new, you heard TZ over there. You will not understand the pain she has gone through to be here today. But someone who is brand new, you're very fortunate because you're not going to experience none of those issues. So when I'm discussing this, anything you don't understand based on the terms, the word you use, the jargon in terms of real estate use, you don't understand it, just type on the chat, says, hey, what does this mean? I don't understand this. Pause, go back. I will take care of that for you. So let's get started. Now, Tizzy will understand this very well. So I'm going to ask Tizzy this question because she knows this already. When a buyer in the US right now wants to go in to buy a property, the first thing they do is to go on a listing site. By listing sites, you know the Zillow, the Craigslist, the LoopNet, MLS, listings, what have you. They see a property, they put it on contract. Now, when you put that property on contract, you are forced to pay non-refundable due diligence fee. You are forced to pay an earnest money deposit. Then you can pay, this is optional. You are paying an appraisal fee and an inspection fee. In the US right now, those two fees are mandatory fees. That is your non refundable due diligence fee. The minimum for a due diligence fee goes anywhere from $7,000 all the way to $11,000. That is your DDF and your EMD. Most buyers lose their due diligence fee. Sometimes the reason is very simple because you don't know the condition of the property before you pay that money. And so that becomes the issue most buyers face. So Tizi, let me ask you one more time. True or false? When a buyer sees a property and puts it on contract, that is when they are now forced to pay their non-refundable fees. When they pay their non-refundable fees, then they can now investigate the property. True or false?
So they cannot or they can.
They can, after paying the non-refundable fees, then they
Uh huh.
can now go and inspect the property.
Right.
And that inspection is not just so somebody asked me last week, says, can I walk in the property, just look at the place, see the pictures, see the paintings? You can do that without paying anything. But for you to know the condition, the true condition of any property, it can be a single family unit, it can be a multi-family unit, it can be a commercial property. you have to get an inspector to go and inspect the property. Now, for you to do that, to get the right to do that, you must pay a non-refundable due diligence fee. You must pay an earnest money deposit. And buyers are losing. As a matter of fact, if you go on Google just today, as we're speaking right now, that's your homework, guys. Go on Google, type InvestFusion. You will see all the news media talking about our platform. Why is this so? Because buyers in a year, they cancel over 40,000 purchase agreements. In dollar terms, buyers are losing over 4 billion every year to that non-refundable due diligence fee and earnest money deposit after the period has elapsed. And that is the issue on the ground. That is the tip of the iceberg of what this platform will do for you. So I'm going to proceed. Like I said, if anyone joins, I'm going to pause. Let's get to know them, get to have a feel of who they are, and then we can now proceed. Lekela, I hope I pronounced that name. Please forgive me if I pronounce it wrongly. Can you unmute your mic and let's get to know you? So, quick question, Lekela, where are you joining in from?
Yes, you pronounced it right. I'm from Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay. So, quick question for you. What we need to know now is to get a feel of your level in the real estate. So, one, are you brand new to real estate, or you're somebody who have experience in real estate, but you've not closed one deal before, or you're someone who have experience and you've closed at least one deal in real estate? Where are you in that circle?
Uh, okay. I'm not too familiar with it, but I kind of started doing wholesaling a little
Okay.
bit, but I never closed the deal. I got close to closing one, but the seller backed out for some reason, or something went on with the contract, I think. But that's really where I'm at. That's
Awesome,
all
awesome.
I've really done, but I've been watching like webinars and
Okay.
just really
Good, good,
trying
good,
to
good.
get more information about it.
Awesome, awesome. So this platform is also a huge benefit for wholesalers, and I'm going to explain how when we proceed as we move forward. So thanks for joining, and please have your pen and paper. Take notes. Where you guys want to ask questions, if I'm speaking too fast, tell me you're too fast. Slow down. Okay, I will slow down. Then,
Okay.
yeah. Then if you have questions, what you can do, type the question on the chat. Then I'm going to take those questions. Sounds fair?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. So let's go. Let's proceed right now. There are three things we need to have in mind here. Number one is that buyers are losing thousands of dollars. That one is no longer a question. If you go on Google, like I said, just type on your chat, go on Google, type InvestFusion. You will see all the news media talking about this. Give me a second, guys. Let me quickly take So now, three things we need to understand. First of all, these are the important facts. Buyers lose money before they even own the property. When we look at the report from Redfin, it says 40,000 purchase agreements. So buyers, when you want to buy a property, is different from the what Lekela is saying about wholesaling. But if you want to buy your own property now, and you go on your, say, the MLS, Zillow, Craigslist, Loopnet, whatever you're using, and you say something, you have to call your agent. When you call your agent and you say you want to now know the true condition of the property, you put it on contract. When you put that property on contract, you pay those non-refundable fees, due diligence fee, earnest money deposit, appraisal, and inspection. Most buyers, when they pay that money, that's when they now discover major problem on that property, like foundation issues, structural damage, major roofing problems, any problem that can cause them, like what happened to TZ, anything above $50,000 to $100,000, the buyer cannot afford it. What are they forced to do? They are forced to back out of that deal. When they back out, guess what? The seller claims your DDF. They're going to take your money. They take your DDF, your due diligence fee. They take your earnest money deposit. That is what the sellers take from you. And so buyers are not protected at all levels in real estate. And that's why we built a platform that stops that bleeding. Because money gone is money lost and it's bleeding. So Buyers lose money before they even own the property. They don't own anything and they lose that. Imagine losing a minimum of $11,000 on one deal. If you repeat that mistake 3 times in a year, that's over $40,000 will be gone. So most people don't have no clue what's hiding until they pay those fees. Today, guys, you will learn what the smartest investors are doing to avoid that trap. Because I believe you guys are taking time off of your time today. Say, I want to learn something different. And that's what you will have access to today. Now, today I will show you what we call the 60-second deal score. Even if you are tired of all those tools out there, slow research, and you're thinking, what if I've missed something? What if I've been burned before? What if this can happen again? Now, in 60 seconds, you will know if it's a good deal or if it's a bad deal. And for the wholesalers, you would know by having a deal score. The deal score will tell you everything about that property's condition. So it's much easier for you to take that information and go to a dealer or someone who's going to finance the deal, and they can see the numbers without thinking twice. They will jump on that deal. That's the power of what we have here. Again, before we commence, 3 things we need to understand here. What I'm sharing today is something most investors have never seen before. So it needs your attention and your full focus. Again, please, this required you to implement it. It means you have to go on the platform, you have to do some research to get these great deals. And it happens in just 60 seconds. Then you also have an opportunity of working with me directly at the end of this training. If this is the right fit for you, you are in the right place. Now, this is my breakthrough announcement to all of you here. I built InvestFusion to protect investors from getting crushed by hidden problems before you spend a dime. Let me repeat that word. Before $1 leaves your pocket in real estate from now on, this platform will tell you if it's a landmine. That landmines are properties that have serious problems. So you can run away instead of committing thousands of dollars. Investors can now analyze deals in 60 seconds. When we timed it actually timed out for 42 seconds to find a great deal. So you stop losing monies. You're exposed to red flags. You can validate the square footage. You can validate value, and you stop paying non-refundable fees. Now, this works best, again, like I said before, you have to take notes and you ask questions. Again, if you have questions, you can type them on the chat and I will discuss them at the end of this webinar. This is your time to get exactly what you need. You've all answered these questions. I'm going to ask it anyway, but I know you've all answered it. True or false? None of us here want to gamble on deals. None of us here want to just do try and lock. We want real data. We want to know the truth. We want to know if it's a great deal before we put money down. So type 1 on the chat if we all are in unison on that agreement. Now, if you type true or 1 on the chat, you are where you should be today, because the smart investors, they are doing things differently. What you're going to learn today is a system that finally gives you the deal, like a private investigator. So this platform works like its own PI for you. It does all the heavy lifting before you risk a penny of your own money. Again, type yes in the chat if you want to spot red flags, validate the numbers instantly, and stop risking thousands before you even know what you're doing. This is your moment to stop the fear and start moving like a real investor. So let me explain 2 things right now. When I use the word value, square footage, I know some of us here are still new. If you want to buy properties, you need to get a loan from a loan officer. The loan officer will ask you to go and do an appraisal report. The appraisal report, you can take notes, you can ask questions. I can re-emphasize this information because it's very important. The appraisal report gives you the true value of the property. So if somebody says, let's use a simple example. Let's say this is a house that wants to be sold, and the seller says this house is going to cost you $500,000. But the appraiser value, which is the value from a true licensed appraiser, says, no, this house is not worth 500. This house is worth just $200,000. There is a gap between the asking price from the seller and the true appraised value. That gap is called the appraisal gap. A loan officer will not give you money if the asking price is above the appraised value. InvestFusion is able to let you know the true appraised value of that property before you leave your home. Everything in 60 seconds. Why is that information important? One is protection. So you know the good deal from the bad deal. You don't have to think twice to discuss with the seller. So if you know the appraised number, you cannot tell the seller, oh, come on, hold on. I know the appraised value of this property. Has there been any upgrades done on this property between then and now that justify the new asking price? Because if you know what the appraised value is, the loan officers will give you a loan based on that appraised value, unless you are willing to cover that gap out of pocket. Now, why is that appraised value also powerful? That appraised value gives you what they call built-in equity. Now, let's go back to that analogy. I'm going to use the word analogy again for better understanding. So we said before, let's say this is the house again. This house, the seller says, my house is going to cost you $500,000. The appraised value now comes in at $600,000. That appraised value from the professional appraiser says, no, the value of this house is 600. The seller says, I want 500. There is what we call a built-in equity of $100,000. Now, that is the kind of property InvestFusion finds for you. Why is that important? If you find a property that has built-in equity, you can walk into the bank the very next day and cash out that difference of $100,000. So you want to find the right kind of deal and avoid all the red flags. And everything, you do that in seconds using InvestFusion. I know a lot of us, we are all thrown out of the time zone today, so I'm sorry, it's crazy. We lost 1 hour. So if you're joining in late, the rule of thumb here in this meeting is I'm going to pause, get to know you, get to know your level of experience in real estate. So when I'm communicating these terminologies, I can know how far down I have to explain the terms. Maurice, thanks for joining. Can you unmute your mic quickly and let us know where you're joining in from, your city and state? Maurice, you're on mute if you're speaking. Mr. Morris, can you hear me? You're on mute if you're speaking. Can you unmute your mic and quickly introduce yourself, where you're coming in from? All right, let's say maybe he's having some technical issues, so we'll allow Morris to sort himself out. So now we've gotten the point here. This is well clearly understood right now. Now, just imagine this, guys. Imagine you waking up from now on, and then you can screen any deals in seconds. Our friends here who are into wholesaling, you don't have to be driving, going to see all these properties. You can stay in your bedroom, run it across the platform, InvestFusion, and in seconds, you will know the great deal from the good deal. As a matter of fact, all you have to do is to take a screenshot of the information page of InvestFusion that shows you the deal score. It's going to tell you the summary. It's going to give you the risk assessment. It's going to let you know the financial benefits of that property. Screenshot of that, and then you can now collate your own data and send to the investors. Once they see that there's no way on the planet they have a tool that can do this for them until they use this platform. So once they use the platform and they see the numbers you've given to them, it's much easier for them to now finance those deals. And that's the power of what you have. So from now on, you will have certainty. Imagine this, any deal you see, there is no more stress, there is no more chaos. Your cash, you have confidence. Because if you lose one time, like my friend here, TZ, because those of us who have lost money in the past to real estate, we understand the pain points. If you lose one time, your confidence drops. So it takes a lot of energy, a lot of belief to still lose money and still say, you know what? I know I can turn things around and I will be here. And that's why I love some of you who are here today. You're just amazing, guys. You're amazing. Now, here's what you don't need to use this platform. Number one, you don't need to have years of real estate experience. You don't need to have a team of analysts to be by your side. You don't need to trust the seller honesty or the disclosure loopholes that you see on listing sites. You don't need to spend hours going through county records. You don't need to pay thousands just to find out the truth later. Again, you don't need to gamble on one bad deal wiping you out. And again, you don't need to be a totally different person. At the end, I'm going to take, if you guys are putting in questions, I'm going to take those questions once we finish this webinar quickly. Now, before we go further, let me share why you can trust that what you are learning today works. First of all, for those of you who joined late, like I said before, if you go on Google, just type InvestFusion LLC or InvestFusion. All the news media talking about InvestFusion. And why are they talking about this? Because the latest reports every year shows that buyers are canceling over 40,000 homes purchase agreements, which in the entire US comes down to about 16.3% of deals that go under contract and they are canceled. Why? Because when buyers go into contract, that's when they can now discover foundation issues. They discover structural damage. You cannot buy a house that has a major foundation issues. It's like buying a car that has no engine. A car without an engine is almost useless. And so when buyers discover this major red flag, they are forced to back out of that deal. In dollar terms, buyers are losing $4 billion every year. It's all on the news. It's all in the media. Go on Google and you check it yourself on Google. That's why we built this platform. Number one, this is built by an investor who got hot for real. I'm not the only one here who has been hot. We have one of you attending right now who lost over $100,000. And that's the reality of the market. This isn't theory. It's born from a painful loss of $11,000, $175 lesson on one deal. This system is designed to be fast because investors are busy and is based on the things that can actually kill deals and wallets. Now, let's listen to this experience.
Is a lifesaver. I had a bad experience in the past and I lost over $8,000. Come to find out, the property had major foundational issues. I mean, can you imagine losing $8,000 and not knowing what you're up against? I went into this deal blind, but never will I ever go into a deal blindly without InvestFusion.
See, this is the old way that keeps people stuck. One, they go on listing sites and they trust the narrative, they trust the description they see on listing sites. They're guessing on comps and praying that the square footage is accurate. They now pay non-refundable fees and then they find out the truth later that they got played. This approach leads to fear, hesitation, and expensive learning experience you should not have to pay for. That's the old way. Now, what most investors try and makes sense or make things even worse is this. One, they rely on those MLS photos and the seller descriptions. You already know this, that the buyers are not protected in real estate. The buyers have to discover after paying fees. So when they go on listing sites, they see the photos, they see the description, they think everything is okay. No. So using listing site like its due diligence is only a nightmare. Then you're now forced to pay for inspection and appraisal. That's when you now discover the issues of the properties. Then trusting disclosures that says no representation. This term is a term you have to understand when you go into contracts. Every seller in the US can say no representation in that document. What that means, for those of you who are new, you can take notes right now, is this. A seller who knows the condition of their house can say, they can choose yes, something is wrong. They can say no, nothing is wrong, or they can say no representation. If a seller says no representation, in simple language, what it means is they don't have to tell you the problem of the property. It's you, the buyer, that has to know the condition yourself. And that's why there is nothing in the US that lets you know the condition of the property before you pay non-refundable fees. And then when you pay non-refundable fees, because it's what? Non-refundable, you are forced to back out if it's a major red flag. That's why we built this platform. So you don't have to spend a penny before you know the condition of what you are buying. That's the protection at the deal level. That's what we give to you guys. So you don't have to wire money. So this is the new way, the Smart Start system. Step one, protect the deal at the deal level. We use the 60-second deal score of InvestFusion to expose red flags before you spend money. Number two, I mentioned the appraisal reports. The InvestFusion lets you know the appraised value of the property and the date it was appraised for. So you know the true value, you know the square footage, the real square footage, and you justify the price because you want to buy low, sell high. You don't want to buy high and sell low. That's a recipe for disaster. Once you are protected and then you find the good deals in the market, what happens next is a natural process of gravitation. You can now scale with confidence. You can find better deals faster, and you can now build a portfolio that can make you a multi-millionaire in real estate. If you understand what you're going to learn today, guys, what I'm going to show you, going from $100,000 to $1,000,000 in a year and a half is as simple as understanding the process of what we are going to give to you today. And this, listen carefully, you don't have to have the $100,000 in your bank account. We're going to show you the process of getting this without you spending a penny of your own dollars. And that's the whole idea. Because why? Number one, you have protection. Number two, you know the right deal. Number three, once you know the right deal, you have protection and you get the best deal in the market, you can scale your portfolio with confidence without losing fear and losing your sleep at all. So why this system works when others don't work is very simple. There are other tools out there. There are other platforms out there in the US. But there's a difference why this is different from everything else. Why? This is built for real investors, number one. Number two, is an AI-driven verification that takes minutes, not days. Now, it works even if you are brand new. It uses real-time data and public record intelligence. It focuses, this is what sets it miles apart of everything else. It focuses, first of all, on protection. This is why we are different. It protects you at the deal level. When I say the deal, that means the deal level before you commit a penny. It turns maybe into yes or no. That's why this is different. And that's why there's no tool out there that touches what we are doing. Most people think that you need more deals to make more money. 100% false. In fact, if you stay with me, if you book a call with me and I get to know you and we discuss your plan, your strategy, how much you want to earn, I can show you the blueprint, guys. It's very simple. Again, like I said before, if your goal is I want to earn $1 million in a year, 2-3 years from now, there's a blueprint, guys. It's a simple blueprint. And you can now find it out. Because before now, we are all buying blindly. And if you make one mistake, one single mistake you make in real estate, it's a huge investment. And that mistake can set you back in years. That is what you are putting an end to. So this is the truth. You need to stop saying yes to bad deals. Because one bad deal can erase months of savings. When you spot risk early, you keep your cash in your pocket and you move fast. And the result, you stop bleeding thousands and you start to stack wins. And with this, what you won't have to do is to spend weeks learning. It's not difficult. My kids can use this and you can use it as well. You don't have to pay fees just to find out the truth. Again, if you can understand the simple step-by-step process, you can use this platform. So this isn't about being perfect. It's about being protected. Now, what makes this different from other platforms is it's not a listing site. Far from it. We are not a listing site. Number two, this is not, this is data, good luck. No. InvestFusion interprets the data for you. It tells you what to do. For those of you who want the big box, who are looking for, I want to get into the big boy level. The big boy level is commercial. InvestFusion also helps you understand how commercial property is played, the right deal in commercial property. And not only that, it looks at the financial history of the tenants on that property and gives you those who are profitable and those who are not profitable. It does a whole lot more. So this is not, a done for you price. No, this does that. It's protection, it's verification, it's deal scoring before you commit a dollar. So who's this training for? One, investors who are new to real estate, who want to learn fast, who want to avoid risk. Number two, for those who are agents here or brokers who have a huge pool of clients, this is for you to help your clients have certainty and they can know what kind of deals they are buying. For those who are landlords, who wants to expand their portfolio, or our wholesale friends here, who wants to also get the great deals, this is for you. For firms who have a team of analysts and they want an edge to screen deals faster, this is for you. And those who are coaches, who wants real advantage or edge for their students, this is for you. So for those Who is this not for? Anyone looking for overnight success. Without implementing the system, you cannot use this platform. Those who want to keep doing things the old way and expect different results, this is not for you. Anyone not willing to invest in tools that can generate 10x returns, this is not for you. People who want someone else to do everything for them, again, this is not for you. Those not open to using data and modern systems, this is not for you, because this is a modern system and that's why it's different. Now, I understand what you might be thinking right now. Why? Because I understand you, because I've been exactly where you guys are. I was excited about a deal, thinking I did everything right. Then getting hit with the loss that makes me feel so stupid. I know your cash matters, because every one of us here today, your cash matters and your confidence even matters more. Now, this is how I intend to make today the most valuable 1 hour of your life. Number one, I'm going to explain why investors are losing at least $7,000 before they even own the property. Number two, I'm going to break down the Smart Start system step by step. And three, I will show you exactly how the 60-second deal score work. And four, I will share real proof and a real case study from my own investing. And number five, if you want, I will show you how to book a call and see if we can help you implement this in your own life. So who am I? Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Jeff Imalaba. I'm an investor first, and then I'm a system builder second. I founded InvestFusion, and I spent years doing manual verification the hard way. I lost over $11,175 on one single deal because the truth was hidden. I built InvestFusion so other investors don't repeat that same mistake themselves. Now, why can you trust that this works? One is a real-world experience as an investor, not a software influencer. This is built from hands-on frustration, not broken systems and hidden data. This is designed to expose what most tools can never show you. Again, it's built on real-time data and public record intelligence. And again, you have a case study proof from a deal closed after verification. And that's why you can trust this works. This is my professional journey. For years, I chased different paths trying to change my life. I was a licensed options trader from 21st Century Options in Florida. I was the guy you go to when it comes to stocks, in Forex, in futures, commodities. I was the guy on CNBC analyzing global financial markets. However, I got humbled. Then I found real estate and it just clicked. Why? Because one, real estate is among the three basic human needs: food, clothing, and shelter. So shelter falls into that. And so that made sense because it was real value, real assets, and real wealth. But there's a but. I discovered the ugly part, the part that nobody warns you about, the hidden problems that cost you money before you even own anything. And that's where the pain starts from there. Why is this so? I was watching investors do everything right, but they still got punished. They weren't dumb investors. These guys were smart and they weren't lazy, but they were operating inside a system where the truth only shows up late after your money is already gone. That's the pain point. That's the problem. This is my personal turning point. I was waking up early, researching for hours, checking everything manually, guys. And the stress wasn't just my time. It was the fear. What if I was missing something big? And that's not investing, guys. That's what we call gambling with nicer words. Let me pause quickly and see what questions is coming in. I want to see your email. Okay, I'm going to respond to those emails that's coming in. Okay, good, guys. Good. So you can put your details out there. I'm going to respond to that. Now, this is gambling. So if you follow the path that is being implemented today by most investors, they are just all gambling. Now, this is the big discovery. The same verification that big players can use can also be systemized, but it must be simple enough for real investors to use. So scaling isn't about confidence, it's about certainty. And that's when I built the framework you will learn today. This is my aha moment. One, I didn't need more motivation. I needed more truth, and I needed the truth faster. And if I could get the truth up front, I could move faster without fear. That became the foundation of InvestFusion and the 60-second deal score. Now, that's when I made it my life's work to protect investors from hidden landmines. I've said before, Every year in the US, our buyers are losing about $4 billion. So that there's a need for protection. And that's why I built this platform to remove the fear factor from investing, to expose red flags before they cost you thousands, to make real estate feel clear, not stressful. Everything changed when I discovered that most investors don't lose money because the market's changed. They lose money because the deal had landmines, and landmines can be detected early if you know where to look. And that's when I built InvestFusion. Again, the three-step process. Step one is to verify the deal in 60 seconds. Step two is to flag hidden risk before you pay fee. And step three is to give you value for your money's worth. And that's what you will learn. So over the past few years, I've used this approach to stop investing blindly and start investing smartly. I'm not the only one. We have now over 100 investors have started implementing this platform, close deals, and find great deals every single day. So it didn't just make me more organized. No, it gave me control. And today, I will share that framework with you guys today. The three core problems that most investors face is this. One, blind deals. Two, data overwhelm and the fear freeze. Let's break it down. The first thing is blind deals. And this is what it looks like. You put money down before you know what is hidden behind the surface. You trust the disclosures in the description of the seller, and those disclosures don't protect you, they protect only the seller. You discover issues after your inspection, after you've paid fees. You realize the numbers were inflated too late, and you feel like you're always one surprise away from a wreck. Now, for the data overwhelm, this is the hidden reality. You go around tabs, notes, calls, and spreadsheets. You waste hours verifying basic information. You still don't even feel sure of what is hidden behind the surface, and you don't have a clear deal score to guide your decisions. You feel punished for not being an expert, and the fear freeze is even the worst. You second guess everything because once you lose money one time, everything changes for you. There's fear. Your confidence will drop down. You don't want to get excited again just to get burned. You hesitate and lose deals to faster buyers. You feel stressed every time money is on the line. And you start asking yourself, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Now, these problems create what we call the investor fear loop. I'm going to go on the next slide. I want you to take a screenshot of that slide because that slide is very, very important. Why? The more you lose, the more cautious you get. And the more cautious you get, the fewer deals you do. The fewer deals you do, the longer it takes you to build wealth. This is what we call the investor fear loop. You can take a screenshot of this right now. I'm going to pause for that to happen. This is the cycle that keeps most investors small and stressed. One, they go on site and they find a deal. Two, they put money down. Three, they discover hidden issues. Four, they lose their fees. Five, their confidence drops. Six, they miss deals. Seven, they hesitate the next time. And eight, they stay stuck. Nine, they repeat that cycle. That is how we are having over 40,000 deals canceled every year, amounting to 4 billion lost by buyers. But this is the good news. There is a way out. So tell your friends, tell even your enemies, there is a way out. We call it the Smart Start system of InvestFusion. Buyers don't have to be losing money anymore. This system breaks that cycle and gives you a clear path to verify deals fast in seconds, avoid losses, and scale without fear. So let's destroy some dangerous myths about AI and deal analysis. These myths keep investors stuck, and then they're forced to pay fees because they think this is what happens. Number one myth is this: automation is too technical for me. No, guys, we build this for all investors, not for engineers. If you are brand new to real estate, if you have no experience whatsoever, you are a wholesaler, you are a deal finder, wherever you are, this becomes easier to use because it's just a simple plug and play device for you or platform that you can use and gives you clarity. Number two, you says, I've tried tools before and they did not work for me. Well, most tools only show you surface level information. They don't protect you at the deal level. They don't interpret risk. They don't help you decide fast. This is InvestFusion. It helps you, protects you, gives you deal scoring in seconds. Then you say, I need to handle everything myself to be safe. Well, that mindset is why you stay stuck and stressed. Systems don't replace you. No, they don't. They protect you. So, will it not be helpful if you can spot red flags instantly before you make an offer? Absolutely yes. And that's the point. Now, let me start by introducing the Smart Start system. So, let's take it step by step. Now, let's dive into each step so that you guys can understand what's happening. Step one is to protect the deal. Most investors, they skip protection and they call it moving fast. You cannot scale if one deal can wipe you out. The protection step determines your risk, your confidence, and your ability to keep playing the game. Now, how does it protect the deal? It gives you instant deal scoring. So in an instant, you will see what they call the deal score. Anything above 50 is a good deal. It's going to tell you why above 50, why it thinks it's a great deal. If there's any risk you need to avoid, everything is going to tell you that already. Then anything below 50, you already know it's a bad deal already. Red flag detection is going to spot foundation issues. It's going to spot structural damage. It's going to spot zoning risk and signals. Any zoning violation that the seller has with the law, InvestFusion is going to let you know. It's going to track the appraisal report and get the value of the property and look at the public record information for you. It will give you a risk summary. You can know if the deal is a great deal or if it's a bad deal. If it's discounted to its spares, it gives you a decision clarity. This isn't fear. This is discipline. Number two, it validates the numbers. So this isn't run, comes, and pray. No. This is verifying value and square footage so you don't build your entire investment goal on a lie. Because one wrong number can destroy the whole deal. It checks for appraisal. I've explained what the appraisal means. It checks for square footage validation. It looks at the pricing because you want to buy low, sell high. It gives you the discounted deals, the best deals in the market. It looks at cash flow. Now, for those of you who are new, there are two ways we play real estate. One, most investors go in to get cash flow. Others, they want equity. InvestFusion gives you both. It gives you cash flow, it gives you equity, and then it avoids all the red flags. So you are protected at all levels. Plus, you have summary and it gives you its own recommendation because it's going to think for you. It's going to tell you why it's choosing that deal for you. Now, step three is a natural process. You can now scale with confidence because when you now understand the best deals, you know that there's no more risk exposure again anymore. You have cash flow, you have equity. The natural progress is just to scale with confidence. So you have faster screening, your confidence in offers. You have great confidence in offers, better deal flow, smarter growth, and network support because we'll work with you. You're not left alone. Now, when you complete all three steps, this is what happens to you. You stop losing money on preventable mistakes. I'm going to repeat that word. I'm going to repeat it again. You will stop losing money on preventable. This money I'm talking about is not $100. At a minimum, $7,000. You stop losing that kind of amount of money to wrong deals. You move faster because you're not guessing anymore. You feel calm because you are protected. You stop relying on sellers' honesty. You become decisive, and your investing becomes predictable. Most investors, this is what they tell me when they use this platform. They say, I finally feel in control. I stop wasting time on deals that were never ready. If I just go on the platform, go and read their testimonials. Some of them are professionals who use this platform. They are all blown away just by the use of this platform itself. This is the result that I want you guys to understand. On November 25, 2025, I closed on a property that InvestFusion scored 65% deal score. You know, I said that anything above 50 is a good deal, but you want to read how it gives you its own recommendation. The property I closed, it scored it 65%. It flagged no foundation issues. It flagged no structural damage. It confirmed the square footage and the appraisal report valuation and gave me the deal. Then we brought in a professional inspector to come and inspect the property to confirm what InvestFusion found and what the inspector will find if it is in unison. Guess what? Everything InvestFusion found is what the inspector confirmed and validated the same details as well. I want you guys to watch this quickly so we can understand what we're talking about here. This is the inspector who came to inspect the property that InvestFusion found.
So far, you're not done yet, correct?
Not done. Yeah,
Okay.
It took me about two to 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Right now we're trying to get that road.
So what's your assessment so far from what you know?
So far it's good. A few things here and there. Like I said, the house is old. It's going to have some stuff even if it's been flipped. But electrical outlets, they weren't grounded at the moment. So that's one of the important ones, right? Because if you have like a phone or a TV or a computer or something like that, and electrical service come, it can kind of damage your equipment. So it definitely needs to be grounded. Other things was pretty nitpicky, but there was one window, not this one particularly, but
Okay.
one window I lifted, and oh gosh, and when I let go of it, it just dropped.
Okay. So that needs to be
The
checked.
screen needs to be adjusted.
Yeah, okay.
Things like that. It's pretty simple, but it was only one of those. So.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But this house is pretty solid for the age, to be honest.
Yeah. Thank you.
So this property you just see right now that you just watched, that InvestFusion found and gave it a deal score of 65%. Not only does it cash flow, it also has built-in equity. So on two fronts, we're making money on that deal. That's the power of InvestFusion. But here's what I find most powerful. This isn't just about a tool. It's about getting your confidence back. Because once you stop bleeding money on bad deals, guess what? You have more funds to play with, and then you can make more winning opportunities. Now, you might be thinking, Jeff, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? My business is different. I'm not tech savvy. Listen, guys. One, truth is truth. Records are records. Risk signals don't care about your strategy. This system adapts because it's built to verify, not guess. Number two, you said, I don't have the time to learn another system. No, that's why we built it and call it around speed. We call it the 60-second deal score. You don't have time to research for 6 hours. You need answers fast so you can move fast. And that's why it's called a 60-second deal score. You might say, what if I'm not tech savvy or I'm not good with software? I'm new. No, you don't need to be tech savvy. This is built for investors, not software people. And if my kids can use this, absolutely you can use this. You might say, Jeff, I've tried tools before. They never help me. Well, all the tools out there, they only show you information. They don't protect you. They don't interpret risk. And they don't warn you early before you commit money. That's why buyers in the US are losing over $4 billion every year. And that's why we are different. The investors who get the best result, those smart investors, what do? They stop hoping and they start verifying. They stop trusting maybe and they start demanding the truth, and they move with a system, not emotions. So if you're still with me today, that tells me something different about you. You are not here to play. You are here for the big bucks. You are here to build wealth the right way, and you are ready to stop paying tuition for bad deals. So here's my question for you. If you could remove all the guesswork from investing, would that make things easier for you? Type a 1 on the chat if that would make things easier for you. If you could instantly spot red flags, like those bad red flags, before you make an offer, would that be valuable to you? Type yes on the chat or 1 on the chat if that would be valuable to you. Normally, I see people say, hey, I can finally pull the trigger, Jeff. I stop being scared of losing money. And that's the reality, because once you have confidence back, you stop losing money to bad deals. And yes, what I want you to understand, this isn't just about finding a deal. No, this is about protecting your money, because the fastest way to quit is one loss. Guys, one single loss and you're quitting. Imagine that. Imagine what quitting would do for your family, your loved one. If you have children, the transformation you'd have done on their life, on your siblings' life, your parents' life, because you quit on one bad deal, That's the pain point. And that's why we are stopping this. So it's not about just finding a deal. No, it's finding you a deal and protecting you at the same time, not to get burnt. Most people think that non-refundable fees are just part of the game. That is a no-no. This is the truth. Most of those losses are preventable. And yes, why? When you can verify upfront, you can verify the risk, the value, the square footage, you stop paying to discover the pain points later on. And the result, you keep your cash in your bank account or in your pocket, and you can now have confidence to move forward. Guys, this is what we call the Smart Start System program. This is a complete end-to-end system for investors who want to find better deals. 2, avoid hidden risk. 3, secure the funding structure to scale. I said at the outset, if funding is your bottleneck, we'll address it, guys. So this is built. It's an end-to-end process. So if you've lost money before in the past and you have nothing to fall back on, not to worry, we got your back. If you have funds sitting down and say, Jeff, I am ready to pull the trigger, we got your back, because we're going to find you only the great deals in the market. Now, here's what happens when you join us today. You get 12 months of InvestFusion Pro. Let me explain how powerful that is. InvestFusion Pro combines single family units, multi-family units, and commercial property. I'm going to repeat this very slowly and carefully so that you can take notes. If you want to go from $0 to $1 million in a year, the only way you can do this is through commercial property. But if you are brand new, you cannot just jump into the ocean. Yes, you got to start slowly from the pool and work your way up. And that's why I'm here to guide you. First step 1 is to get your first deal. My highest recommendation is a multi-family unit. With InvestFusion Pro, you can get access to everything out there. You will know the great deal, the bad deal, the wonderful deal, the red flags, all in single, multi, and commercial property. You get for 1 year access of InvestFusion Pro. Number 2, if you say, no, I don't have money, Jeff, you're going to get how to get funded to the tune of $150,000. Not your money, using an LLC. Number 3, you will get access to our private inner mastermind circle. This private inner mastermind circle alone is over $6,000 a year. You get access to that for free. Number 4, for 6 months, I'll work with you directly, coaching you, training you. Anywhere you have questions, every week we meet and we'll get to discuss your own plan and what you're doing. The final is you have access to off-market deals. So deals that are not seen anywhere, you can get access to that. And you get the confidence of investing with a real system behind you. And that's what we give to you. So here's what you get inside the Smart Start system. Breaking it down. First of all, 12 months of InvestFusion Pro will show you step by step how to use the platform, how to screen deals. Imagine if you want to buy a commercial property, from now on you can know if the tenants that are occupying that property, are they credit worthy? Are they profitable? InvestFusion can read the 5-year financial history of those tenants and tell you those ones who are profitable. It reads their lease terms, so you know which ones are not paying their rents regularly. The seller is not going to tell you all of this, but InvestFusion Pro is going to let you know. So you know what you are buying, and then you can now move with confidence. This is why I call it protection at the deal level. Number 2, if capital is your bottleneck, trust me 100%, we have your back. We'll teach you 1, setting up your LLC, structuring your LLC. Guys, give me a second, okay? Let me see. Sorry, guys, we have a few of us they got kicked out from the webinar because of their having access to internet issues and what have you. Okay, let's continue. Like I said before, One, you find how to you learn how to set up your LLC the right way, how to structure. This is where you get the funds, structuring your LLC, the funding steps you need, and the process to qualify for funding. All of that will give it to you in a clear blueprint, and we'll work with you. We'll hold you by the hand. It's not You're not going to just get, oh, this is how to do it. Go figure it out yourself. No, we'll walk you step by step until you qualify for funding. Not to worry. Once you book a call, I'm going to leave a link at the end of this. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now since you're here. I'm going to leave this link right now. All you have to do is to book a call with me, and then we'll begin to understand your own situation, because everyone's situation is different. InvestFusion. Booking. So all you need to do is to go on that link and book a call at a time that is convenient for you. Make sure you are available and then you show up, because these calls get booked pretty fast. So at the call, we'll now address your own bottleneck or where you are. What are your financial goals? Like I said before, if you tell me, Jeff, I'm going for $1 million in a year or 2 years from now, we'll discuss and address how to get there, because there's a blueprint to that. And that's what we'll give to you. Now, the third step, the third point you get is the inner circle mastermind. So within our school community, we have deep training for you. That training, that school community is $6,000 a year. You get that for free. When you join that community, you get access to serious investors. You see what is happening, real deals, and then you can understand how to play the game better. Plus, I work with you personally for 6 months. So you're not left alone. You're going to work with you one by one to guide you through the process and avoid anything dangerous in the market, so you know what to do. Finally, you get the off-market deal Rolodex. You don't want to be bidding with everybody else. You want to find a deal that no one else is aware of, and that's what we give to you with the off-market deals, because the best deals, they rarely scream for attention online, and that's what you have. Plus, you have ongoing training and support, non-stop support, because we are here to guide you. You are our VIP clients. So guess what you are really getting? One, protection from expensive mistakes. Number two is a faster path to finding the real deals. Number three, if funding is your bottleneck, we'll address all your funding needs. Coaching, so you don't get to freeze. And of course, a network of the best teams with you, plus confidence you can feel in your chest. Now, this is the investment we'll make in fact, it is gone ×2 of this right now to run this platform, because it's extremely robust. InvestFusion is built on the same back end of what Facebook Meta AI runs on. Same back end of Amazon warehouse service, the same back end. That's infrastructure. So it costs a lot to run this platform. But this is what we're going to give to you guys. I'm not asking you to pay what it costs to build a platform. Absolutely not. Because I remember when I lost over $11,175 on one single deal, and I know how that made me feel. I don't want you to learn this the hard way. But today only, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you access to book a call with me. The link is already on the chat. Only for those ones who are fast to book their call. For the first 20 people that book their call, you have access to meeting with me one-on-one. One, I get to understand your situation, where you are in real estate, where you plan to get to, what are your financial goals, what are the current roadblocks to your growth process, how do we address that? All of that, you gain access to that. So in the call, we address your own unique situation, and that's why this call is unique per person. These bonuses are designed to help you move faster and feel supported. So why you need to book a call today is very simple. One, you will know the fast action pricing only for this training is available. Because if you go on Google and you go on the platform and go on InvestFusion, you will see the price of the platform there. You will not get the training, you will not get the tool, you will not get my time to work with you one-on-one. And that's access. I'm only going to give you a custom price on that live call. And that opportunity, that's huge discounted price, is only open when you book that call with me. The link to book the call is already on the chat. Only 20 spots are available because of my time. I get booked pretty quickly. Bonuses are also only open for today's attendee. I mean, for all of you who attended today, I've already spoken to all of you, so I know who you guys are. Only those ones who are here today will get the bonuses. Please don't share that link with someone else who's not here today, because like I said before, I know everyone here. When the spots are gone, they are gone. Every week you wait is a week of potential loss, heartache, pain, and painful loss you don't want to get. Now, when you book your call, I'm going to give you an extra bonus. The first bonus is my book. You get access to my book, a free copy called, the book is called The 30% Rule. That book will teach you how to understand ways you can find undervalued deals in multi-family units. This is the same framework you can use to become a sharper investor. For all of you who are new here, the first step is to even start by reading this book, guys. This book will break it down, real estate, step by step, point by point, so you get familiarized with how the market really works. Number two is this. When you book your call, you also will get access to the InvestFusion Pro t-shirt. Yourself and your loved one will have that t-shirt. And then you have our VIP support. This alone is valued at over $5,000. My guys have your back, guys. We have your back all through. So your total bonuses, just your bonus alone, is over $6,499. $91 just by today alone. So all you have to do is, the link is on the chat, go there and book your call. Now imagine this. One, you stop losing a minimum of $7,000 on one bad deal. One, not two. So if you want to grow wealth in real estate, you have to have deals, yes? Multiple deals. So imagine losing minimum $7,000 on one deal. You're avoiding that. Imagine being able to spot red flag in 60 seconds. What would that be worth to you? You stop fear. You stop that trepidation. That fear factor is gone. What would that be worth to you? You now can invest like a private investigator. This is why this makes sense. You're already paying for mistakes. I repeat that. You're already paying for mistakes, but just not on purpose. You wouldn't buy a property without insurance, right? So why invest without protection? Does it not make sense, guys? That's the power. Would having a system like this give you peace of mind? 100%. These skills and systems will serve you for years. So here's my guarantee to you. If you decide to move forward after our call and you implement what we are giving you today and you actively use InvestFusion the way we show you to use it, within 7 days, within your first 7 days, and you feel that this is not the right fit for you, you get your money back. No games to, nothing to prove, no weird hopes. 100% get your money back. So you have a 7-day money back guarantee. No questions asked, no hooks to jump through. And that's why we know that this is special, guys. This is a special offer only for fast action takers. Just go on the link there and book your call. This isn't a mass market webinar. You already can tell I'm interacting with all of you here. And that's why I said book your call, because in your call, I can now laser target your own need, your own niche, your own specific wants and your specific goals different from others. So go ahead and book your call, because once the spots are filled, we will close this call. When you're ready to claim your spot, you know what to do. Go ahead and click your link to book your free call with me. This is what happens when you don't take action today. 1, you keep risking cash on bad deals. 2, you keep hoping the disclosures are honest. And 3, you keep hesitating because you don't trust the numbers. 4, you keep wasting money on bad deals, and you stay one bad deal away from getting stuck. Before you decide, ask yourself this: what is this costing you today? What is this fear of watching others grow wealth? What is the cost of that to you? Of paying non-refundable fees? That's something you need to take into consideration. You can either have 2 choices. 1, still investing with fear, moving slow and hoping you don't get burned, or you are investing with a system that protects you, that speeds you up and helps you scale with confidence. The choice is all yours. Now, just picture this. 1 year from now, you are screening deals in seconds. You are walking away from landmines early. You know landmines now. You are making offers with confidence. You are sleeping better because you're not guessing. And you're moving like an investor who is protected. You are feeling proud of how you can operate. Now, I cannot make this decision for you because you are all adults. You have to stop and ask yourself, am I willing to take action? This is your opportunity right now. Go ahead and book your call, and then I will see you on the inside. So if that's you, go ahead and secure your spot. Again, the booking process is very simple. Step 1, click on the link on the chat. I've given you guys a link. Step 2 is to pick a time and date that meets your own convenience. And of course, make sure to confirm your email because the spot gets filled up quickly. And everything you get is this. Number one, the Smart Start system. And that is if you qualify. You get 12 months of InvestFusion Pro. You get a 0 to 150K funding challenge. You have private inner circle mastermind access. That private inner circle mastermind access alone is $6,000 a year. Just let that sink in. You get that for free. You have 6 months of concierge deal coaching, and you have the off-market deal Rolodex. Plus bonuses, the access to the 30% rule book, InvestFusion t-shirt, and of course, you have our VIP priority support. So how fast, these are the FAQs I keep on getting. How fast can I start seeing value from this? In seconds, guys. We call it the 60-second deal score. So in just seconds, you start to get results from this. Now, you said, do I need to be an experienced to do this? No, this is built for everyday investors. You don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need to be an engineer. Now, what is included in the ongoing planner support? You get InvestFusion Pro and the components listed, plus ongoing life coaching, support, training. We're here for you to guide you through the process. Can this be applied to my market or niche? Absolutely. This can be applied to your niche because irrespective of your zip code, you can use this to verify your risk, your records, your value, and then you are protected to make the right deal. What kind of results are others seeing? Now, this for others, this is what they're getting. These investors, they start using the system to avoid losing at least $7,000 plus in non-refundable fees. There is a reason that fee is called non-refundable because they know by law that money is gone. But my investors, they start using the platform to avoid losing at least $7,000. So they don't walk into a bad deal blindly. They move faster, they screen deal quicker, and they find properties with built-in equity and cash flow potentials. And that's what you see. So something to think about is this. Being an investor doesn't mean fear has to be normal. It just means you need the right system, the right protection, and the right opportunity. So for those of you who joined in late, there's a link on the chat right now. Go ahead and book your call. Make sure to book a call at a time that is convenient for you and you're available. It's a quiet place and you're ready with a pen and paper to take that call. On a laptop, please, you have to be on a laptop device. Make sure to book your call. Why? Because of what we've listed now. In the call, we'll itemize your own situation. Look at your investment goal. Look at your near-term goal, financially speaking. Where do you want to be in real estate in the next 1 year? Are you having issues with funding? Are you having issues? Whatever your bottleneck, we'll address it on that call. So the link is already on the chat. Go ahead and book your call on that chat. In that call, we will address everything, every concern you have. And of course, custom pricing will be reviewed on that call. So imagine this now. With the platform, you can now operate like a well-oiled machine where you can verify deals quickly. Your confidence comes from data, not hope. Your portfolio is growing because you stop bleeding money on preventable mistakes. This doesn't just improve your deals, it transforms how you operate. Quickly, guys, let me see what's going on here. I know some joined late. I'm just going to copy this. Give me a second, guys. Let me just give you the link again. I know, yeah, if you join in late, you will miss the link. I'm just going to copy this again quickly. Give me 1 second and share it one more time. So that's the link. You can book your call at the time. So the link is already, I'll put that link on the chat right now for you. So go ahead and book your call. So the impact on your next business decision is this. So whether it's buying, whether you're thinking of buying, you're thinking of negotiating, or even walking away, you decide with truth instead of guesswork. No more, I hope this works. You move with clarity, guys. So I'm always excited. You can tell I'm always excited just meeting investors who are new because for those of you are here, who are watching this, who are brand new, you are already protected. That means you've not even had one painful loss in the past, and you're just getting protection from the get-go. You are like a gem. I just feel so excited when I see guys like that because if you're brand new, you are just at the right time. Today is the perfect timing for you. So if that is you, wonderful. If you've lost money before, we are reversing all of that. That losses has ended. You are no longer going to be losing money. That's why I'm excited about this because this platform not only protects you, it also gives you confidence. This is a deal I close, the deal that has cash flow and built-in equity. This is me closing that deal. And everyone in this room were asking about InvestFusion because they've never seen it before. And they were so excited. This guy is a title company himself. When he saw what we were doing, he was like, how did you find this platform with InvestFusion? So let's listen to him. It's a 1-minute video quickly.
All right. If you will sign here and date.
So you guys can watch this video later on. You can ask this. It's on YouTube. I have the more detailed video, but you guys can. So let's look at some success. Listen, I'm not the only one being excited about this. A lot of investors. And when you join us, your own result will be part of the result we want you to. Let us know your success. Share your success with us. This couple, they saved themselves from losing over $500,000. Let that sink in. And they're able to turn that around using the platform and make over $180,000 in profits. This Mike is in Texas, is in Dallas, Texas. He says, I was skeptical about AI in real estate until I saw a colleague use InvestFusion to uncover hidden market trends, negotiate smarter, and walk away with $750,000 in extra equity on a deal I had overlooked. He said, now I use InvestFusion to enhance my decisions, not replace them. I will never invest without it again. He's not the only one. This is Susan George. Her own challenge was funding. She said, I thought I couldn't afford real estate until the 150K funding challenge showed me how to secure $150,000 in business funding for her new LLC. With InvestFusion, she found deals in the market, and now she's actively investing without even using her own funds. Let's listen to this, to Dalton.
Don't be this guy. The moment you've been waiting for is here. The ultimate tool for real estate investors and agents has arrived. Don't fall behind your competition without it. InvestFusion is an all-in-one AI-powered platform designed to help you score better deals and as agents serve your clients at a higher level. With AI deal summaries and smart deal scores, you'll instantly understand a property's true potential, including condition, foundation, and structural risks long before you ever order an inspection. Plus, you'll get appraised and assessed values, rent estimates, cap rates, environmental insights, anything you can think of, all in one place. Invest smarter, advise better with InvestFusion.
See, guys, it's a lot of investors going through. They're so excited. A lot of investors are making so much right now using this platform. So this is what I want you guys to understand. You don't have to be a pro to invest smart. You deserve protection before you pay fees. You deserve the truth before you commit money. You are not alone because support is available. That's why I told you guys, you have access to 6 months of concierge deal coaching. We'll work with you directly. You need help, we'll guide you. You have questions, ask your questions. Everything you need, you have a team behind you. You have access to a team that will show you the path, guide you through the process. Plus, you have 1 year access of the platform. That is unbelievable, guys. This is how your new reality is going to look like. So instead of hoping the deal is clean, instead of risking fees just to learn the truth, instead of letting fear control your decisions, you become the investor who moves with protection and confidence. Guess what your family is going to see? Your family is going to see a leader who stopped gambling with money, a person who built a real system, someone who made wealth more predictable, someone who chose clarity over chaos. So the clock is ticking. I've already dropped the link on the chat. Go ahead and book your call right now. Now, once you book your call, you have access to, so you check for your emails. You check your email confirm your email once your call is booked, and that way you have the right time. You have your reminders set up for you so you don't miss your call. Now, you can either close this webinar and go back to hoping, or you can click that button now and book your call. Again, that choice is yours. Again, you already know, this is something that we're helping all investors understand this. There is no pressure. If it's not the right fit for you, it's not the right fit for you. We can point you on a different direction. But if this is you want to get a predictable way to build wealth in real estate and avoid all the red flags, avoid all the risk, and be sure that you can grow financial wealth, then this is the place for you. Again, all you have to do is to book your call, and then you have access to the custom package, and pricing details will be revealed on that call. Now, for those of you who have already booked your call, I see that call coming. I see I'm getting the messages right now. I cannot wait to spend time with you and to understand your situation. Now, let me walk you through quickly. In the next 1 minute, I want to show you how the platform works on the back end. So just spend the time to look at this now. Hello, everyone. It's Jeff here. I'll be walking you through how you can use InvestFusion in 3 simple steps. In step 1, you want to go to the platform here, investfusion.co. And then once you come in here, you want to hit the first step here is to sign up. So I'm already logged in. All you have to do is to hit the sign up button. So I'm going to step out right now. And then once you go on the website, you go in here and you hit on sign up. To sign up, it requires to put in your first name, your last name, and just fill in the form here. And then under the referral code, you could use the referral code here, which is REF21243. Now, the very first step you want to do basically is to start your search. So if you have a property, if you don't have a property in mind and you want to search your city or your statewide search, just go in, select residential, come in here, type in the city. So I'm in Charlotte. I'm going to start by typing in Charlotte. You select the property type. If it's a single family unit or a multi-family unit, you choose which one you're looking to search for. You can select any of these options here, beds, baths, and apply. And then all you have to do is to hit on search. Now, hit on search is going to give you 2 options to either select the free or the premium package. Just to select all to get the free access, and then for the premium, where it shows you everything you need to know about the property condition, you select all for that. You have a specific address in mind you want to search, come in here and hit this toggle button here and then enter your address. Then you can go all the way down and then you hit search. What you need to do once you get this is to come in here, scroll down and hit get details, or you want to say see details.